Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Oodles of Thrills. Today, we're still out here on the beach. It's still summertime. We're out here kicking it, and we're talking about the debut album from Esophagus, and that album is called Defeated By Their Inferiority. Esophagus are from Chile, and I don't know a whole lot about their metal scene. I know a couple bands such as Pentagram and Criminal, but other than that, I'm pretty clueless, I have to admit. So very cool to check out a band from Chile. These guys have been around since 2008. They've done various demos and splits and EPs before finally signing with Reality Fade Records, a label that I'm becoming quite a fan of here of late, and releasing their debut album in 2020. And what caught my eye about this is that the cover art is based on Predator, one of my favorite films of all time, 1987, directed by John McTiernan, and starring one of the greatest actors of our time, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And if you disagree, all I have to say is,
you son of a bitch.
But anyway, Esophagus play a very nasty, gnarly, sludgy, heavy style of slamming brutal death metal. And if there's one thing you should know about slamming brutal death metal,
this stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
And the Predator connection is not just with the artwork. The band is one of the few bands to feature Predator vocals. And if you've seen the Predator movie, you know the gurgling, sort of clicking sound that the Predator makes. As far as I know, the first band to include Predator vocals was Heinous Killings, and Esophagus do pay tribute to Heinous Killings by covering Beating Her to Deformity. Esophagus share a label with the band MDMA, who released Chemical Obliteration back in 2018, and they also have Predator vocals, so it looks like Reality Fade is becoming the home of bands with Predator vocals, so that's pretty cool if you ask me. I'd like to see more bands doing that style. But beyond just the vocals, as I said earlier, Esophagus play this really heavy, sludgy style of brutal death metal, or slamming brutal death metal, and they rarely speed up, which I really like. I like how it's just really slow and sludgy and slammy throughout the entire thing. It's only about 26 minutes long, which is perfect for this style. The album was mixed and mastered by Darren Seska, who also did work on one of my favorite brutal death metal albums of the past couple years, Vomit Remnant's Hypergroove Brutality, and he makes Esophagus sound like $1 million here. The slams on this album are so heavy they will flatten the fuck right out of you, let me tell you something. If you've not heard this, you've got to check it out just for how heavy it is. And something that I've noticed is there's something about South American extreme metal, going all the way back to like early Sepultura and Sarcophago. There's something about it that's just mean and nasty sounding, that's just violent. And certainly that violence, even with the slower tempos, definitely carries over to Esophagus Defeated By Their Inferiority. You've just got to listen to it for yourself and experience it, because it is just gnarly as all get out. And then to give you an idea, here's what the CD, obviously, that you've got the sick Predator-inspired artwork on the front. On the back, you've got the band logo and song titles. And to crack this open, you've got the Predator artwork again on the CD. Some more artwork on the back tray there. Predator artwork again with some lyrics. And something I noticed here, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but the credits list 5 band members, with one strictly being responsible for Predator vocals. But then you look at the band photo and there's only 4 band members, so I'm assuming that the gentleman that's doing the Predator vocals engaged his Predator camouflage for this photo, but I'm not 100% sure, so if someone could let me know on that, I'd appreciate it. This is probably my favorite slamming brutal death metal album so far of 2020. If you have not checked these guys out, definitely do yourself a favor and go listen to Esophagus Defeated By Their Inferiority. I'll go ahead and put some links in the description box to Reality Fade Records Bandcamp page so you can stream this, and hopefully you'll go out and purchase the album. If you guys have heard this album, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you're any other bands that you know of with Predator vocals besides Esophagus, Heinous Killings, and MDMA, let me know about them in the comments. That would be kick-ass. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching and take care.